Welcome to Government 101. In this video, you will learn the difference of the government between Philippines and India.
In terms of government affairs, the government of the Philippines is a unitary state under a presidential representative and democratic and a constitutional republic where the president functions as both the head of the state and the head of the government of a country within a multi-party system. As for the government of India, it is often abbreviated as GOL, which is the union government created by the Constitution of India as the legislative, executive, and judicial authority of the Union of 29 states and 7 union territories of a constitutionally democratic republic. It is located in New Delhi, which is the capital of India.
I agree.
When it comes to the structure of the government, for the Philippine government, as mentioned earlier, it has three interdependent branches. The executive branch, which is headed by the President, who is also the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. The legislative branch, which is the bicameral Congress, made up of the Senate and House of Representatives. And the judiciary branch, which is the Supreme Court, headed by the Chief of Justice and 14 other associate justices. When it comes to the structure of the Indian government, it is modeled after the Westminster system, meaning it is vested in the Parliament, Prime Minister, and the Supreme Court. The President of India is the head of the state and the Commander-in-Chief of the Indian Armed Forces, while the elected Prime Minister acts as head of the executive. The Parliament is a bicameral in nature, with the Lok Sabha being the lower house and the Rajya Sabha as the upper house. The judiciary systems contain of Apex Supreme Court, 24 High Court, and several district courts.
As for the leadership styles of our elected officials, the President of the Philippines is considered to be direct to the point, since he is action-oriented as he wants his presidency to be free from corruption. And as for India, a leader is not just a boss, rather he or she represents a benevolent source in which subordinates can depend for indulgence.
In terms of efficiency, in the year 2010, Philippines ranked 3 among the other Asian countries as the most inefficient country in terms of having the worst bureaucracy, which is due to having inadequate supply of infrastructure, corruption, tax regulation, and tax rates. As for India, they rank as the number 1 with the most inefficient bureaucracy among Asian countries in 2010. PRC said, politicians frequently promise to reform and revitalize the India bureaucracy, but they have been ineffective in doing so, mainly because the civil service is a power center in its own right.
Agree with you.
So I just want to discuss now about the form of government. So in the Philippines, it is a republic with a presidential form of government, wherein power is equally divided among its three branches, the executive, legislative, and judicial. The government seeks to act in the best interest of its citizens through this system of check and balance. One basic corollary in a presidential system of government is the principle of separation of powers, wherein legislation belongs to Congress, execution to the executive, and settlement of legal controversies to the judiciary. The government in India is considered a parliamentary democracy, which means that the executive branch of government is held accountable to the legislative branch. Under this system of government, India has both a president, who is the head of state, and a prime minister, who is the chief executive of the executive branch. This country is politically divided into 29 states and 7 territories. Its government is divided into 3 branches: the legislative, the executive, and the judicial. This C model is used at the state level as well. But how about the difference of the programs and services of Philippines and India?
Some of the programs and services done by the Philippine government are facilities and research services for agriculture and fishery activities, a solid waste disposal system or environment management system, infrastructure facilities such as roads, bridges, health clinics, and the like, and lastly, social welfare services, which includes programs and projects for women, children, elderly, and persons with disabilities. When it comes to the programs and services done by the Indian government, some of these are scholarship programs to encourage students to take up research careers, engineering and medicine, financial assistance to fisheries for construction of houses, training programs, comprehensive medical care facilities, as well as public assistance to its citizens.
I learned a lot.
That's right!
I think that's it. Let's call it a day.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye!